A noted Dalit activist and Gujarat MLA Jignesh Mevani is with us today at the print office. Keep sending your questions live. We are going live on Facebook. Jignesh, will start with this question from Sabha K. Facebook. She has asked that, how do you feel about media calling you a Dalit politician or Dalit activist, but same media doesn't call Adityanath a Thakur politician or Amit Shah a Savarna politician?
Yeah, that's really unfortunate because, if you see my last 8-10 years work, I work for all the weaker sections of the society, be it Muslims, be it the victims of riots, be it leprosy patients, be it the widow belonging to whatever caste or religion. I've done a lot of trade union. I work for the sanitation workers, for the Gujarat Industrial Security for Society employees. Still, I'm called Dalit activist. And, India is a caste-ridden society. Every facet and dimension of life in India is distorted by the phenomena of caste. So, I'm not surprised, but it's definitely unfortunate. However, I also, need to get myself engaged and involved into the more general issues like health, education, others. Maybe then these things can change.
Another question is from Vandana Menon. She asks, how do you feel about criticism from Ambedkarite groups?
Yeah, it's, criticism is always it's very obvious and vital also. And this is precisely what Gautam Buddha and Baba Sahib Ambedkar has taught us. In fact, for the past 2-3 days, a vicious campaign and a propaganda is going on against me, where I said that what Baba Sahib Ambedkar said is not Patthar ki lakir. But actually, this is the philosophy of Baba Sahib Ambedkar himself. This is what the Buddha and Baba Sahib both has taught us. कि हमने ही कहा या हमने कहा इसलिए मान ही लो आंख बंद करके, ऐसा नहीं है. हमसे असहमत भी हो, उसी से आपका एक साइंटिफिक रेशनल अप्रोच और पर्सपेक्टिव बनता है. सो दैट वे आई अप्रिशिएट द क्रिटिसिज्म दैट कम्स टू मी. एंड हाउएवर मेनी टाइम्स द क्रिटिसिज्म इज नॉट हेल्दी. सो ठीक है, लेकिन चलता रहता है.
Sailashri asks that the politicians and people you connect with or have built alliances with have different identities and hold different ideologies. How do you plan on staying ground to your own politics and value system? Do you think it is okay to compromise on your politics while engaging with various views and ideologies different from your own or for a larger cause?
Yeah, definitely. Who would say that it is good to compromise? Nobody would say. The same is my position. But we are right now in a living at a time where the greatest danger is the danger of fascism. And fascism is fascism. It can kill people, it can completely distort our democracy, our constitution, and that is precisely what is happening in the name of Gai Mata or Gar Vapsi or Love Jihad. Whatever we have witnessed in the last 3-4 years is so shocking. And so in this situation and scenario, whatever color or shadow you belong to or love to belong to should not be the priority. There will be people with ideological differences, and still you keeping that ideological and Siddhantik matbhed intact, you have to come together. So for me, cadre from BSP and Aam Aadmi Party campaigned for me. CPI, CPM and Liberation People campaigned for me. Swaraj India's Yogendra Yadav campaigned for me. There is a National Bahujan Alliance of various Dalit and Bahujan political parties and groups. They campaigned for me. Congress cadre campaigned for me. So all the people who are against Sangh Parivar and BJP came together and campaigned against me. So I'll be more than happy if this kind of forces keep coming together. That is the need of the hour. Not that this will lead us to some qualitative or great change, but we as a nation against this fascism need some interim relief. And that is what I'm seeking for.
So Brata Panda asks that in your speeches you are directly taking on the Prime Minister. However, you have not aligned with any major political party. So don't you think this is going to act as a constraint for you in the run-up to the 2019 elections?
Yeah, I may have to pay the price because ultimately we know he's the Prime Minister of this country, and I'm also fully aware of his past track record in Gujarat. And these fascist people can do anything. They can go to any extent. I can be killed, but I can't remain silent. When he says that 125 crore people will get 50 lakh rupees in their account, and when we don't get a penny, then I can't remain silent. When Una happens, when Saharanpur happens, when Bhima Army's Chandrasekhar Ravan is languishing in jail, and when the Bhima Koregaon happens, I can't remain silent. I will definitely ask him कि क्या हुआ 2 करोड़ रोजगार का. 4 साल हो गए, 4 महीने के बाद तो पूछ नहीं रहा हूँ, 4 साल के बाद पूछ रहा हूँ ना कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी 2 करोड़ युवा को रोजगार हर साल देने का जो प्रॉमिस दिया था, 4 साल हो गए, 8 करोड़ को नहीं दिया, कोई बात नहीं, उसके 10% को दे दो ना, 80 लाख को दे दो, वो भी छोड़ो, उसका 1% को दे दो, 8 लाख को दे दो, उसका आधे % को दे दो, 4 लाख को दे दो, उसका आधा % भी इंप्लीमेंट नहीं किया, तो फिर हम सवाल तो पूछेंगे.
Arun George asked that you may be a Gujarati MLA, but you are already being touted as a national leader. Is that the aim, and is the building intimidating?
I am not politically very ambitious, and definitely I received a lot of affection and love and whatnot from the people of this country, particularly from the Ambedkarites, progressive lot and Dalit community and the youth of this country. So I keep going to the country. I keep going to the various part of the country. I've been to Delhi, Bihar, UP, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Kerala, Karnataka. So people know me nationally. So it's good. It's good that my voice is reaching to all over the country, and I know that what do I speak. So I'm more than happy with that. But doesn't mean that I want to politically achieve something very big nationally. That is coming naturally to me.
There's another question from Achyut Menon. He says that, what do you think that the retirement age of an Indian politician now, especially with the population being lesser than 35 years?
If somebody is boring like Narendra Bhai, then he should definitely retire at 68.
This is Gift Rose Anish. He asked, Jignesh, do you think upliftment of Dalits has been stalled or not talked about by the central government? What's your analysis on this?
Of course, he has miserably failed. Why just Dalits? Be it farmers, be it the working class, be it the youth of this country, everybody feels that we haven't received anything. In 2014, for good or bad reasons, whatever we call it, we like it or not, but Modi, लोग को उसके अंदर एक hope दिखती थी, उनके अंदर एक hope दिखती थी, अब वो नहीं दिखती है. Right? Gujarat model has failed. It is not delivering neither in Gujarat nor nationally. तो लोगों को सचमुच कोई उम्मीद नहीं है कि 15 लाख आएंगे. किसानों की छाती पर गोलियां नहीं चलेंगी, ऐसी कोई अपेक्षा उनसे है ही नहीं. मुझे भी अपेक्षा नहीं कि वो दलितों के लिए कुछ करेंगे, ठीक है, और नहीं अपेक्षा कि 2 करोड़ रोजगार दे पाएंगे, उसका 10% भी नहीं दे पाएंगे, क्योंकि उसकी 2 वजह, एक तो इंटेंशंस नहीं वो देने के, एक और टैलेंट भी नहीं है.
Now I'll take 2 questions from Twitter. This is our reader. His handle is Madhav Yavale. He asked, why about you? Why is he ignoring bad track record of office of RG? That is Rahul Gandhi and Congress on Dalit issues, or is he an opportunist like Arvind Kejriwal taking back door to Anna movement?
I'm not opportunist at all. Whatever you can call me, I'm not associated as on today with any political party. It's a different story that all the political parties, be it the ones who are more into alternative politics or the mainstream, they're coming in my support against BJP because they know that what I'm saying is making a lot of sense. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. I'm raising the right kind of issue. So, yeah.
There is another question from @Amit484 Watts. He asks, what Jignesh Mevani thinks were the errors of Dalit movement that helped BJP get a large section of Dalit votes in 2014 and in UP election in 2017? And what plans does he have to counter that?
It's really unfortunate that some of the big leaders from the Dalit community are now part of the opposite camp, that is BJP and Sangh Parivar. And लोग उनको पहचान भी गए. ऊना के वक्त पे भी ये सारे लीडर्स साइलेंट रहे, खामोश रहे. भीम आर्मी का साथी चंद्रशेखर भी जेल में है, तो उसको लेकर भी वो कुछ नहीं कर रहे. सहारनपुर के मामले में भी वो खामोश रहे, एक्सेप्ट एक 2 स्टेटमेंट देने के अलावा कुछ नहीं किया. तो मैं नहीं मतलब दलित कम्युनिटी को भी, जो भाजपा के अंदर दलित लीडर्स बैठे हैं, उनसे गुजरात या देश के दलित जनता को कोई अपेक्षा भी नहीं है. हम लोगों को उम्मीद हमारे खुद के ऊपर है. हम लोगों को उम्मीद हम जिस ऑनेस्टी और कमिटमेंट के साथ लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, एंड द वे वी हैव बीन एबल टू कैच पीपल्स इमेजिनेशन, द वे वी हैव बीन एबल टू गैल्वेनाइज द पीपल, द वे पीपल आर कमिंग टुगेदर विथ अस, साथ में जो लोग आ रहे हैं संघर्ष के लिए, लड़ाई के लिए, ये लड़ाई ही धीरे धीरे करके उतना बड़ा स्वरूप खड़ा करेंगी कि ये मेन स्ट्रीम के जो बीजेपी के पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स है दलित समाज के, उनको वो और भी इररिलेवेंट बन जाएंगे. ऑलरेडी दे बिकम वेरी इररिलेवेंट. यूथ इन दिस कंट्री बिलोंगिंग टू शेड्यूल कास्ट loves more to Chandrasekhar Azad and Jignesh Mevani than Athawale and Paswan.
We are getting more and more questions, but we'll take one last question, which is from Rahul Yadav. I want to ask why you don't question the patriarchy Muslim society and the right of Muslim women. It's a very relevant question, especially in the wake of that?
Definitely. In fact, though progressive lot of this country love me, even I would admit, and I would proactively place it before all the viewers, then even I could be patriarchal in many respects because we are a part and parcel of the society. Even I must have imbibed n number of patriarchal notions and values and whatnot. So we all need to collectively think about this very serious issue. It is just not about the Muslim community, be it the Hindu society or whatever caste or religion. The society is terribly patriarchal and women are subjected to all kind of discrimination, violence, brutalities, and we as a nation, as a society should be ashamed of, and we should be definitely working in this direction to permanently destroy the patriarchal structure. And that's why when we carry out the land struggle, it's my demand that the land should be given to landless people. But amongst landless people, priority be given to scheduled caste, and amongst scheduled caste, priority be given to Valmiki women. Right? So patriarchy is a thing which can be, to which we have to respond into respect. One, culturally, and secondly, materially. So if so much, progressive values are spread all over the country that people don't think woman as a second sex, but if the control of the material resources remains with the male community, then that also will not help. So, yeah, so this is my position.
Well, I mean, one question I want to ask, what's your views on triple talaq?
देखिए यार, किसी भी प्रगतिशील समाज में कोई एक आदमी अचानक कह दे कि तलाक 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 और डिवोर्स हो जाए तो कौन पसंद करेगा यार? कोई सवाल ही नहीं खड़ा होता.
You agree with the government's stand on triple talaq? But the government, the way they are trying to enforce the bill, take it to the legislature, make it a legislative.
देखिए, ये सरकार के ऊपर में कोई भरोसा नहीं है. ये एक गोबिल्सियन रेटोरिक की सरकार है. ठीक है, तो वो बोलेंगे कुछ, करेंगे कुछ, उसमें मत जाइए.
We'll take another question from Piyush Verma. Do you think left, Congress and AAP should come together to fight the BJP?
Yes, and even more forces should come together. Be it Mayawati, be it Mamta Didi, be it Akhilesh ji, all the mainstream political parties should come against BJP. And even the people who believe in alternative politics, who are leading the people's movement, उनका भी एक solid तगड़ा एक alliance बनना चाहिए, जो इन mainstream political parties के साथ नहीं है, लेकिन they are against BJP. तो ये दो एक पैरेलल ऐसे फ्रंट, ऐसे मोर्चे, ऐसे अलायंस खुले तो, but I would prefer to become the part of the alliance which is created, which is emerged from the people's movement rather than the mainstream political parties for obvious reasons.
Right. One last question we'll take, that is from Rahul Yadav. Congress itself is a Brahminical. Why did you align with it?
I am not aligned with any political party. It is all the political parties which came in my support. And Aam Aadmi Party was the first political party which announced that we won't be fielding our candidate against Jignesh Mevani. Then Congress did not field their candidate. CPI people campaigned for me. Swaraj India's Yogendra Yadav campaigned for me. CPM Liberation's MLA, Mr. Sudama Prasad campaigned for me for 6 long days. So all these people are coming together because they came together to ensure my victory because they know कि Jignesh Mevani एक आंदोलन, लड़ाई और संघर्ष का प्रतीक है और वे असेंबली में जाना ही चाहिए. असेंबली अब जाने वाले हैं. इसी के चलते तो हमारे सामने ये फ्रिवलेस केसेस हो रहे हैं महाराष्ट्र में, पुणे में. ठीक है.
Well, we know that you have a lot of questions, but because of time constraint, we'll have to close this here. Thank you, Jignesh, for being with us. Thank you very much.